beautiful, wonderful people, and welcome back. Today I have the first real Hamburg exploring vlog for you, or the first real Hamburg travel vlog. And after a little bit of back and forth what I should do and what I wanted to do for the first one, I simply decided to go and visit let's call it a farmer's market. In Germany, we do have something that I think most people would call something like a farmer's market. It's a Wochenmarkt. So once a week or twice a week, these markets will pop up somewhere and you can buy a lot of different things. Mostly produce, you can buy meat, you can buy cheese, food and things, you can buy flowers, a lot of different things. And these only pop up at certain points in the week. The one I visited was the Isemarkt, which is open or which pops up on Tuesdays and Fridays from 8:30 till 2 p.m. Which I still find a bit weird, but a lot of our markets work that way. So I think it's weird just because people who work, if you don't have anyone who could go to them, can't really visit them because it's in the week and it's during office hours. But as you have seen from the footage, there were a lot of people. So apparently it doesn't really matter that not everyone can go. There's still enough people who can visit. This market is quite long. So a lot of times you have smaller markets with just a few carts, mostly in front of other supermarkets, or way back then it was kind of like in front of the town hall. So in most cities you will find something that's kind of like these marketplaces, like the place itself is always there, but the carts come, sell their produce and go to the next one. That's why you have like different days and different times, because they go around. They don't have like one point where they just sell their things. The Isemarkt is really interesting, and as I said, it's really long, because you can start at the train station or the metro station Eppendorfer Baum and then walk all the way to Hohe Luftbrücke. And the funny thing is, above you, as you might have seen in the footage, above you is the train all the time. So you have like the train tracks that are above you and you're just following them. So yeah, if you want to visit, it's kind of easy, because you just have to find the U3, the U3, which is the line that is running there, and you just pick one of the two exits, follow the market, and then you can take the train back to wherever you came from or somewhere else. So yeah, that's kind of nice. For me, it was, I think, the first time that I visited that specific market. And what I found fascinating was the mix of different stalls that you can find. Of course, you find a lot of produce stalls, so you can buy all of the vegetables you will need from farmers. Of course, you will find meat and you will find cheese in an amount that I am no longer used to. I mean, with cheese. With meat, not so much. But in the meat trucks, you can also get a lot of different sausages and anything like that. Everything that feels very German. You will also find fish trucks. So you can get the famous northern German Fischbrötchen. If you want to try that, do it. You will find different kind of stalls where you can buy fish or crabs, and especially the tiny ones that come from the North Sea. I think so. I think it's from the North Sea, where they just get them out of the water and then bring them down here, because it's not that far. You will also find some stalls that sell handmade goods, which I find very nice, very interesting. You will find a lot of flowers and anything else you can think of when you hear like market, farmer's market, things like that. So yeah, if you want to try some German food that seems to be like special, this might be a good place. But remember, a lot of times the farmers markets or the markets itself are more expensive than if you would try finding similar things in a supermarket, especially if it comes to things like sauerkraut or cucumbers in a glass. So yeah, just remember that. And also, something I can't promise you because I did not buy anything is whether or not you're able to pay with card or even with your phone. What I have not seen yet since I came back to Germany is paying with your phone via QR code. I don't think those things are something people use yet. So that will be really hard to do. When it comes to cards, it's also a bit tricky a lot of times. So if they have a card reader, I think you can use your phone and the touch function. Then it shouldn't be a problem if the touch function has a credit card behind it. But sometimes some stores don't want credit card payment. We have a lot of electronic cash card payment, which is EC cards for short. So you will see a lot of signs that you can pay with EC cards, but that does not automatically mean you can pay with a credit card, just to be sure. And I think a lot of the produce stalls, especially, you will have to pay in cash. So just in case, bring cash and you will be on the safe side. I don't know, maybe I have not seen the card reader, maybe because Germans are still used to paying cash, especially when it comes to things like these, like things that are outside. Maybe that's why everyone was paying in cash that I've seen, so I don't know. But just in case, just carry cash and you will be able to pay. Maybe that's the difference, because I remember there were a few stores, especially I think in Korea, where you could not pay in cash or they looked at you funny. At one point when I paid in cash in a Starbucks, they had to get they had to get the money from the back because they did not have a cash register in front. Everyone was paying with card. And I was, at the moment when I gave her the money, I was like, oh no, they might not be able to, because I know there were some Starbucks where you couldn't do it. But she went in the back and she just got like the tray with the cash. So it's a little bit different. And of course we're talking about Starbucks and not about like a tiny stall. But yeah, it's more like the people that sell at the street corners. I don't think I've seen like the QR codes back then. So you will get a lot of different things at the Isemarkt. So just go and have a look. Now, when you visit the Isemarkt, that's not the only thing you can see there, because as the name of one of the stations might have suggested, the area surrounding it is called Eppendorf, or in the case of the one big street, it's the Eppendorfer Baum. This area is slightly posh, a little bit chic, but also like a little bit hipstery. But it's really pretty. As you've seen in the vlog, you have these old, beautiful white houses, a lot of them. You will also find the classic brick buildings. You have a lot of trees, and it was really pretty walking around. Here you will also find smaller boutiques. You will find nice little coffee shops and cafes. You will find some restaurants. So it is kind of a hip area. And at one point I saw a sign with the street map, and this part of the city calls itself Little Notting Hill. It's definitely interesting walking around here and looking around. But please remember, as we're talking about a posh neighborhood here, the tiny boutiques will carry things that are a bit more expensive. because it's handpicked and it's kind of like designers, but unknown ones, but because you're cool, you know them, you know, things like that. So just a teeny tiny reminder, yet it's still fun to walk around, it's still fun to do some window shopping, or maybe even buy something if you're interested in things like that. And with a lot of places here in Hamburg, you will also find water. Of course, you will find a tiny bit of river, or in this case, like, you can't really say it's a river, it's really small. But yeah, you will also find water, and if you're really lucky and you will take the right streets, you might even find a coffee shop near the water so that you can look at it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun exploring this part because normally I am not really in Eppendorf. As I said, it's more of a posh neighborhood, and if you want to go shopping, I probably would not go to Eppendorf, even though the things look really cute and the stores look really cute. I'd probably just go back into the main city, like. But I had fun, and I had especially a lot of fun walking around the Isemarkt and trying to take pictures. There were a lot of people, so I feel a bit weird about the footage, but I think I will simply have to live with it, and I did not film it privately, or I did not hide the camera so people could see that I am filming. So if someone would have had a problem, I hope they would have talked to me. Other than that, I will now enjoy the rest of my day. It is sunny, and as you've seen, it's starting to be more like fall, so the leaves started to turn slightly red, which I love, and we don't have that often because a lot of times we have summer and then suddenly it's so cold that the trees don't have time to give us like a golden fall. It just they just go, oh no, it's cold, and let all the leaves drop. So it was really pretty, and it was a lot of fun seeing that. And it's enjoyable to walk around in weather that's not too cold and not too hot. So thank you, Hamburg, for such beautiful weather today. So I will see you in the next vlog. Until then, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. If there's something you want to see, if there are questions you have about Hamburg, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will see that I will get to that. You might also notice that this camera right now looks slightly different, and that's simply because now that I'm back home, I do have my big vlogging camera back, so for things like this, it's easier to use this one. But for filming outside, I would still prefer the GoPro with its wide angle. It just looks better. But now I don't look as wide as I did with the GoPro when I forgot to turn out the wide angle. So I'm no longer as round and I'm a little bit closer to you. I hope you don't mind. I will see you in the next vlog. Stay healthy, and until then, I'm going to leave you with a heartfelt bye!